In this video, I'm going to reveal the new automated marketing and sales system that I use to generate 30 to 50 new registrations to my Soccer Academy clients in 90 days. And this system is called the Soccer Academy Accelerator, which is a different approach to getting new customers when compared to methods that you might be familiar with because of how it's able to systematically and predictably generate new leads, book trial classes, and make sure that they actually show up so you can do what you do best, just providing high quality soccer training and enrolling new clients into your soccer program. And as you will see, we can actually implement and launch this new system into your academy in the next 72 hours, requiring minimal work from you and your team. And the best part is that once this system is up and running, you will have parents in your region reaching out to you every single day and never have to worry about where your next customer is coming from. My name is Rafael Jorge. I'm the founder of Soccer Leads and I specialize in helping soccer academies, clubs, and private coaching businesses grow. I've personally worked with 50 plus soccer programs in the past few months, generating hundreds of leads and dozens of qualified trial classes booked every single month in their calendar, translating into hundreds of thousands of dollars generated for our clients in the past few years. And after speaking with hundreds of soccer academy owners, clubs, and private coaches, I learned that most of them get it wrong when it comes to marketing. They rely on word of mouth to get new clients, which is extremely inconsistent. The academies that do advertise their business usually don't use the right process to actually scale and measure the results they're getting from their marketing, causing in thousands of dollars to be wasted in campaigns with no or low return on investment. The good news here is that we're at the easiest time in human history to grow a business. I mean, reaching potential customers to your soccer program hasn't ever been as easy as it is nowadays because of social media. I mean, the average user spends 2 hours and 24 minutes on social media every single day. But here's the tricky part. Just reaching your potential customers will not solve your problem, okay? And you probably already know that because if you already post stuff on Instagram or Facebook, maybe you even boost some of your posts to people in your area, and you still don't have dozens of trial classes being booked in your calendar, you're not closing 2, 3, 5 new members every single week at minimum, then you're just simply not using the right strategy, okay? Because getting stuff out there is not rocket science. What's actually hard is turning that attention that you get from your social media posts, that you get from your advertising, and funneling that into actual paying customers. And if you think that just sending people to a registration page or a page where they can create an account will do it, look, I'm sorry to break it to you, but it won't, okay? The solution that you need is a Soccer Academy Accelerator system. And this is a new marketing and sales system that not only helps you systematically reach parents in your specific location around your academy, but also turn those parents into customers, leveraging social media, automation, and AI to do all the heavy work for you. After applying the Soccer Academy Accelerator system to his business, Segev turned the worst months from his academy history into great months, enrolling 63 new members in a time span of only 2 months. Fabian doubled his Soccer Academy memberships in only 6 weeks, and Peter had over 250 signups for his indoor soccer tryouts, boosting his registrations through the roof. And literally dozens of other soccer academies across the United States and Canada are benefiting from this exact new system that I'm about to show you here. There are 3 main elements in any given marketing strategy, which we call top of funnel, middle funnel, and bottom of the funnel. So top of the funnel is how you actually reach your potential new customers, how they become aware of your brand, of your products, of your offer. The middle of the funnel is how you actually nurture them, right? Because unfortunately, most people won't purchase something just because they saw your ad. Actually, there's a research in marketing, it's called the marketing rule of 7, a theory that it takes 7 different touch points and usually multiple different channels for someone to actually become a customer for you, because people are skeptical. They have trust issues. They want to ask questions. They want to do their research before actually purchasing something. So you have to have a very defined middle of the funnel to be able to nurture those leads. And then you have a bottom of the funnel, which is how do you actually convert those nurtured leads into paying customers. So right now, I'm going to show you exactly how we implement those 3 key elements into the Soccer Academy Accelerator system. So it's pretty straightforward. At the top of the funnel, we have to first reach potential new customers, which are parents in a determined location, usually, anywhere between 10 to 25, 30 miles around your location, drivable distance. And there's probably dozens of different ways of being able to reach those potential new customers, but we haven't seen anything that converts at a higher scale than locally targeted paid ads on Facebook and Instagram because they're consistent, they're predictable, and it's the best way to actually put your stuff in front of the families in your location. You might even be already running ads, and what I can tell you is that most of the ads out there look very similar to this. It's some sort of graphic, photos, something very simple, and they might work. But what we do differently in the Soccer Academy Accelerator is we actually leverage user-generated content, what is also common referred as UGC. And this strategy is used by the top brands in the whole world. Okay, you have the biggest companies in the world using this strategy, which is basically having a content creator, a person to record a video promoting your services, promoting your soccer programs for you. And then you use that video and you run it as an ad. It's that simple. The reason why those videos work very well is just because they're very native to the platform. I mean, if you scroll on social media on Facebook and Instagram, you probably have seen those before. And once we implemented them to our clients, I mean, we've seen the click-through rates and the conversions skyrocketing, right? Almost doubling the conversions that we get from the ads. And here's the thing about the ads. Their only job is to really get a click, right? A lot of people tend to overthink what their ads are supposed to do, but at the end of the day, they're supposed to get people's attention and get someone to click on the button that says learn more. After that, everything that comes along the way, it's a whole different strategy and something that usually academies, the clubs that I've talked to usually tend to not think about, but it's, in my opinion, the most important part because like I said before, and I'll repeat multiple times in this video, getting your stuff out there, getting people's attention is not hard, but what happens after is the most important part. And what we do in the Soccer Academy Accelerator once someone clicks one of our client ads is we actually send them to a basic opt-in form where we're trying to get name, email, phone numbers. So we're trying to get the prospects to actually opt in with their contact information before anything. And the reason why we do this is because there's a big chance that users will drop off in your sales process, even if they're interested. That's why we call it a funnel. And it's like this because you have a very wide top and it gets narrower and narrower as we go down. So in order to avoid drop-offs, to recover drop-offs, we get the leads to first opt in with a very frictionless process such as asking name, email, phone number. So if for some reason they don't advance in your sales funnel, now at least you can follow up with them. You can text them, you can call them, you can send them an email, a WhatsApp message, you can drop a voicemail. You have multiple different communication channels that you can use with that same customer, with the same lead that basically raise their hands and show that they're interested in your program by clicking your ad and filling out their contact information, okay? As soon as they give you their contact information though, we want to always give them an option to advance forward. So what we do here is we actually redirect them to a booking page. The idea is after they provide us with their contact information, we have to give them the opportunity to self-book into something that we call a high converting event. So there's multiple different high converting events that you can use, and it will depend on how you structure your sales process in your soccer academy. But the one that we recommend the most is having some sort of trial class, free trial class, or free introduction class. So you can actually get prospects to come to the field in person, experience how your program works, see if it's the right fit for them, and it also gives you the one-on-one opportunity to talk to them in person and actually enroll into your program. But in your case, it might be a phone consultation, right? Regardless, you want to give them the opportunity to self-book into your calendar. And what we're seeing is from running ads and this exact same system that I'm showing you for dozens of soccer programs out there is that usually 20 to 30% of the leads will actually self-book into your calendar. And that's great, right? Because for every 10 people that you get, filling out their contact information, you're going to have 2 to 3 of them actually booking a day and a time directly in your calendar, by themselves. You haven't even lifted a finger besides putting the ad out there, which is really nice. But now you have other 70 to 80% of the leads, or 7 to 8 leads in every 10 that you have to follow up with, because if you don't, you're just not squeezing as much as you can on your marketing efforts, right? You're leaving a lot of opportunities on the table. So the way we're actually there's two main ways we're actually following up with those leads that are coming in. The first one is using automation and AI. The idea is pretty simple. If a lead comes in and opts in your funnel and doesn't book a trial class, within 5 minutes, they would receive a text message and an email from a bot that is starting a conversation a very human way, very simple way, without bothering people, sending texts and emails. And if they reply, the bot keeps following up, sending them a couple texts, a couple emails. We have a very structured way that doesn't make it where, it feels like your academy is like desperate to get their information, and also doesn't feel like you're bothering them. But second strategy that we use to actually follow up with those leads is we actually have a trial class agent who is calling the leads for you. So yes, we have a real person who will dial each one of the leads come in, usually within 5 to 10 minutes, to ask a few qualifying questions, understand why they clicked your ad in the first place, what are their goals, see if they're a good fit based on your academy's criteria, and if they are, actually book a trial class directly in your calendar over the phone. It's pretty straightforward. If they don't self-book, they're gonna receive calls, they're gonna receive text messages and emails, and you won't have to do a thing. Now, once you get a booking though, regardless if you got it from the agent, from the automation, or from the self-booking system, now our job is to make sure that those people actually show up, right? So we have a show up system that blends a few different automations that gets those people, those appointments, to actually show up on your field, on your facility. So example of that could be the confirmation and reminder text messages and the confirmation reminder emails that they receive 24 hours, 2 hours, 30 minutes before their trial class with you, as well as personalized videos, and the same agent that is booking them actually calling them on the day of or the day before their appointment to confirm their presence, okay? Because we want to maximize and get that show rate as high as possible. So basically what we're doing here is we're getting new families to show up at your soccer field, at your facility, automatically without you having to even lift a finger. You'll go to training one day and now you have 4 new trial classes that day, 5 new trial classes that day. That's kind of the idea here. And this, of course, stuff comes up. So not everyone shows up. There's a minority of the trial classes that are booked that unfortunately don't show up. So what we do is we don't abandon them. We have a lead recovery system, also using automation, also using our agents to call those people that don't show up and reschedule them back into your calendar. And then once you do have people showing up, I mean, all you have to do really is get them to close into one of your soccer programs. And for this, we actually provide our 6-figure process on the Sales Training Academy. We show you exactly what are the best practices and the processes that we help our clients implement to increase their closing rates in person, and more importantly, help them actually train their team members, their staff, to be able to close customers. So the academy owner, the manager, the leader doesn't need to be present every single time to close a new customer. Look, by now, you should already understand how the Soccer Academy Accelerator system is so effective in actually systemizing how we generate leads, book trial classes, and make sure that those leads show up and enroll their kids into your program. And that's why today we're actually offering to install the entire Soccer Academy Accelerator system in your business in the next 72 hours, completely done for you. So if you already heard enough information and you want to take advantage of this unique opportunity, go ahead below this video and book a call to speak with our team. For those who still need more information, let me explain why I believe that the Soccer Academy Accelerator is the best system to acquire new customers for your business. And the first reason is so you don't have more unreliable lead sources, okay? Look, don't get me wrong. I agree that word of mouth will always bring the highest quality leads possible. And that's because the leads that come from word of mouth are what we call warm leads. When they get to you, they're already pre-framed about your business and about your offer, and they're already likely to buy from you because they're already problem aware and solution aware. Usually their middle of the funnel process that I showed you, it's a little shorter. And selling to those leads should be easy. And if you struggle with that, then generating new leads is not your problem. It's more like a closing issue, right? So the problem with word of mouth is that you can't really control how many leads you get from it. You can't control how many referrals you get. It's just not in your hands. And that causes inconsistency. You have great months with a bunch of referrals, and you have some months where you barely have any new trial classes. And this inconsistency of leads generates inconsistency of sales. And inconsistency of sales causes the revenue roller coaster that your business might go through now and then. Look, the idea here is super simple, okay? What if you had an external source that would put you in front of your parents in your region 24/7 and have the parents that are interested reach out to you? Would you be able to make more money? I mean, this is when we go back to our social media conversation. But just posting organically now and then won't solve your problem. And that's because the algorithm on those social media platforms like Instagram or Facebook is global. Basically, even if you manage to post something that is super entertaining and valuable and that goes viral, you won't be specifically reaching your potential new customers, which are parents in your area. You will be reaching everyone everywhere. And although it might look cool that you have all of those views and all of those followers in your profile, they don't really matter when it comes to generating more revenue if they're not actually potential buyers, right? This is what we call vanity metrics. They look super good, but they're not paying the bills. And this is the main reason why I strongly believe that running ads locally on social media is the most effective way to reach parents in your area consistently. Because this way, you can actually tell the social media platforms what audience you want to reach, which are parents, and where in your area, and actually pay them to show your stuff directly to your target audience, regardless of how many followers you have, how good your videos are, etc. It's just a shortcut to reach your potential customers directly. But the problem with the paid ads is that they cost money, right? And if you're using the wrong strategies, they can cost you a lot of money. And there's not really a purpose of running ads if you don't have a very intentional way of turning those prospects into customers. Otherwise, it's like you're adding water to a leaky bucket. It doesn't matter how many views you get, how many clicks, or even how many leads you put in that bucket if you're losing most of them or even all of them in the process. That's why having a well-structured and trackable sales funnel, like the Soccer Academy Accelerator system that I showed you, will allow you to avoid inconsistent appointments and sales. With our system, you're not only reaching thousands of parents every single day, but you're taking the ones who are interested in your program into a buying journey. The second reason why I believe that the Soccer Academy Accelerator system is the best is because you can start making decisions based on data. Okay, so I really like this phrase I use all the time, that what is not measured cannot be improved. And it's pretty straightforward. You'd be surprised how many Soccer Academy owners come to me looking for more leads, but they don't even know their numbers. What does a lead mean to your business if you don't know how many of them you need in order to book a trial class? Or how many book trial classes you need in order to get someone to show up at your field? Or how many people you need to show up at your field to get your sale? If you don't even know how many trial classes, shows, and closes you're getting right now, how getting new leads will solve your problem? What if your problem is not a lack of leads, but a lack of conversion in your sales journey? The only way you can actually answer that question is keeping track of your data. Otherwise, every single decision that you make in your business without actually looking at the numbers is just simply a guess. And there are many fancy ways of keeping track of that data, and that's something that we do for our clients. But to keep it simple, you can use the good old spreadsheets, right? And that's something that we do, by the way. I mean, we have a spreadsheet that looks exactly like this for every single one of our clients, where we're tracking their KPIs or the key performance indicators in a weekly, monthly, and even quarterly basis. And these are the KPIs that we're tracking for them, okay? How many leads were generated? How many leads are booked into trial classes? How many trial classes showed up? How many people showed up and closed? What was the amount of revenue that was generated from those sales, and how does it compare to your marketing spend? So if you keep track of those 5 main KPIs in a weekly and a monthly basis, you will be able to make more money. I guarantee you that, right? So you don't need to overthink it. Keep track of those numbers and compare them week by week, month by month, and you have so much more clarity. The secret sauce here is analyzing the conversion rate between each one of the steps. So for example, if you got 100 leads in a month, but you only booked 15 trial classes, it means that your booking rate is 15%. So generating more leads, getting more volume is not necessarily what's going to solve your problem. You need to first fix your bottleneck, which is your booking rate in this case, and then start pumping more volume into it. And by the way, if you got to this point and you're thinking that this is just too much work, well, look, yeah. If it was easy, anyone could build a successful business, so welcome to the game. Just keep in mind that being stuck in the same place for years also hurts. So here, just have to pick your battle, right? Not sure about you, but I rather go through the ones that actually catapulting me forward instead of the one that keeps me stuck in the same place over and over again. And I guarantee that tracking these numbers will increase the numbers of sales and revenue you generate simply because it allows you to identify what part of your sales process actually needs improvement. And by the way, that's exactly what we do with our Soccer Academy Accelerator clients. On top of carefully tracking the numbers for them, we have one-on-one calls with them where we actually analyze those KPIs and implementing proven strategies to alleviate any bottlenecks that might come up. So the third reason why I believe the Soccer Academy Accelerator system is the best one for your soccer academy is because you can stop losing leads and opportunities. I mean, look, please, let's just read this here real quick. 78% of customers buy from the first company that responds to their inquiry. You're 10 times less likely to have leads respond to your outreach if it takes more than 5 minutes. 7 times more likely to qualify leads when reaching out within an hour as opposed to just 1 hour later. 30% of prospects go to a competitor if they're not contacted. 80% decrease in odds of qualifying the lead after 5 minutes has elapsed, and 73% of leads never get followed up with. This is so outrageous that even if you only did the basics, you would already be way ahead of your competition, okay? But of course, I mean, we don't want to just do the basics because then you're just going to get basic results. And if you made it this far in the video, I know that you're not looking for basic results. I know that you're probably looking to be in the #1 soccer program in your area, and you will not get there by just doing what everyone else is doing. My point here is that generating the lead is not hard. We talked about that, right? But how many of those leads are you actually losing in a weekly basis because you're not reaching out to them fast enough, or because you're actually forgetting to follow up with them, you're forgetting to reach out to them, to respond to them? How do you think that this translates into dollars that you're leaving on the table because you're losing these opportunities? I mean, generally speaking, the lowest hanging fruit that you can apply in your business to literally double the number of trial classes that you book and consequently double the amount of customers that you enroll is decreasing the amount of time that it takes for you to reach out to a new lead, qualify them, and get them to take the next step on your sales journey. If someone fills out a form on your website or from your ads and they're not contacted by your team within 5 minutes, I guarantee that you can actually increase the amount of sales that you make without spending one extra penny on marketing by just implementing that. But here's the challenge. Following up with every single person who shows interest in your programs can be overwhelming, especially if you're generating hundreds of leads every month, just like our clients do. Without a dedicated team to actually solely focus on this task, it's easy for, those leads slip through the cracks. And that's where we have to leverage automation, AI, or get a specialized team like Soccer Leads to do it for you. No more individually texting and emailing for every single lead that comes in, especially because those leads come in different times of the day and sometimes even overnight. And with technology nowadays, you can easily have an AI bot initiate conversation with your leads, asking them qualifying questions, and even booking them directly into your calendar if they're a good fit. For example, we recently launched our Soccer Academy Accelerator system for a program in New York, and the next day in the morning, they already woke up to 5 leads and 3 trial classes booked in their calendar without even have to do anything, right? It was just right there, booked in their calendars straight away from the ad. This is very common across other accounts that we manage because our team doesn't let the leads slip through the cracks, right? We have an agent calling your leads within 5 minutes. We have an AI bot texting and emailing them if they don't pick up. We follow up to make sure that those prospects actually show up to the trial class. So my final considerations here in the Soccer Academy Accelerator system is that this is just not running ads on Facebook, okay? Running ads is a commodity. Although we do have our unproven system when it comes to it, and I showed you a little bit about it, getting someone to do it for you or even running it yourself is not difficult, but perhaps time consuming and potentially a money waster until you figure out what you're actually doing. The problem here is that you don't have time. I mean, you're a business owner and you're a manager. Your focus should be on actually running the business, not the ads, right? You should be hiring people, you should be managing your sales, the finances of the business, and so forth. And most marketing agencies and contractors out there don't really understand the ins and outs of your business. And this is important because just running the ads, like I've been saying, is just the first part of the puzzle. If you're not able to establish the rest of your entire sales funnel, which is the hardest part, you're likely to fail and lose money. So if you want a soccer academy, a club, or a private coaching business, this should be a no-brainer for you. There's no one else in the market that specializes in the industry that works and generate results with dozens of businesses just like yours. No more wasting your time trying to learn how to do it yourself, and no more wasting money with unprepared professionals who don't know what they're actually doing. Book a call with our team so we can understand more about your specific situation and show you how the Soccer Academy Accelerator exactly fits into your business, okay? Just keep in mind that we only work one-on-one with one soccer academy per city or location because we want to avoid conflict of interest and ensure that our clients are the #1 programs in the region. And the odds are, if you're watching this, your competitor might be as well, because we run our own ads and we do our own marketing in specific regions across the country where we want to partner up with soccer academies. So make sure to click below the video, book some time with us while it might still be available in your area. During the call, we will be able to assess your current strategies and build you a custom game plan based on your business goals. And if for some reason it's just not a fit for you, there's no problem at all. At least we'll try to, provide as much value as we can and point you to the right direction. The link is right below this video. I'll see you and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.